You're sitting at your desk, trying to finish an assignment, and suddenly your favorite pen completely stops writing. Your immediate reaction is a groan of frustration, but almost instantly your brain shifts gears. You start trying to figure out what went wrong. That rapid pivot from annoyance to investigation is the exact same process used by professional researchers in laboratories. We are all natural scientists because the drive to solve a problem through curiosity is a core human instinct. When your pen stopped, you made an observation, and immediately you asked a question. Why did it stop? Next, you made a logical guess based on what you know. You assume it is out of ink. In science, this educated guess is called a hypothesis. To test this idea, you unscrew the barrel of the pen to check the cartridge. You just performed an experiment. But the cartridge is completely full. Your hypothesis was wrong. In science, this is a success. Eliminating a wrong answer brings you closer to the truth. So you form a new hypothesis. Maybe the ink dried up at the ballpoint tip. You grab a damp paper towel and scribble on it to break the seal. The ink starts flowing again. Your test worked. You've now drawn a conclusion. The scientific method is not a rigid checklist. It's a continuous cycle. Observation, question, hypothesis, experiment, conclusion, looping back if tests fail. Mastering this framework empowers us to scale up from a broken pen to investigating the massive mysteries of the natural world. And those mysteries are everywhere around us. Earth is a massive landscape of extreme contrasting environments waiting to be understood. Across these environments, we find millions of unique species. This incredible variety of life forms is known as biodiversity, which leads us to a massive question. How do these living things manage to survive in places that are dangerously hot, freezing, or completely dry? The answer is physical adaptation. Let's look at a desert cactus as a case study. As this cross-section illustrates, a cactus utilizes a thick, expandable central stem to store precious water. It also grows sharp spines instead of wide leaves, minimizing the surface area where moisture can evaporate. Adaptation also involves extreme biological transformations. A caterpillar entirely reshapes its physical body, emerging as a butterfly to survive a different stage of life. These adaptations result from organisms repeatedly testing survival strategies against their environment over millions of years. It is nature's own version of trial and error. Thriving in a habitat requires navigating complex biological relationships alongside the physical environment. Every plant and animal exists in a state of interdependence, meaning they rely on complex relationships with other species to stay alive. Let's track the energy in a basic food web. As this network map shows, we start with a single flower that relies on a specific bee to pollinate it. That energy moves up the chain. An herbivore like a deer relies on the plant for food, and an apex predator like a wolf relies on the deer. When those animals die, decomposers break down the organic matter, returning essential nutrients to the soil so new plants can grow and the cycle can start over. These ecosystems operate as unified structures where the removal of a single species can destabilize the entire environment. This investigative mindset applies to human history too. Take Sir Isaac Newton, one of the greatest scientific detectives to ever live. In the 17th century, he watched an apple fall from a tree to the ground. Instead of ignoring it, he asked a simple question: why? That observation of a mundane event led him to formulate the law of universal gravitation. Newton didn't use magic to figure this out. He used the exact same step-by-step logic we use to fix that broken pen. World-changing breakthroughs are rarely sudden flashes of isolated genius. They are everyday observations pushed to their logical extremes. Over centuries, this process of constant inquiry has compounded, giving us the foundations for modern medicine, engineering, and advanced space exploration. The scientific method is also used to correct our own misunderstandings. As our technology improves, we gather better evidence and revise old assumptions. For example, as we built better telescopes and sent probes deeper into space, closer observations forced us to update older theories, ultimately reclassifying Pluto as a dwarf planet. A dwarf planet is a celestial body that orbits the Sun and has enough mass to be nearly round, but has not cleared the neighborhood around its orbit. Scientific inquiry is a continuous process of discovery and revision, where every new fact serves as a starting point for the next investigation. So look at one object in your room right now. Ask yourself, how does that actually work? And begin your own investigation. Because every answered question in science inherently generates 3 brand new ones. And that makes human curiosity the most powerful, limitless tool we possess.